yarn I use.
Willow, are you looking at the camera?
Fibers. It's their Water Street yarn.
Hello everybody, welcome to Feelin Froggy Knits. My name is Maya, and also welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I am so excited to start my journey here on YouTube. I have been a long time YouTube watcher. You know, instead of TV, I watched YouTube as a child, so it feels really cool and special to be here. This community, this knitting community has inspired me to create in this other way, which I am just so grateful for. And I'm really happy that you clicked on this video if you are here. Thanks for joining me today. I thought that my first ever YouTube video should be a pattern by a YouTuber. I will be knitting my first ever sweater vest today, and the pattern is by Tiffany from Typical Bliss. It's her boyfriend slipover, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. I actually had never felt the desire to knit one. I've actually knitted 3 sweaters, but I never wanted to wear a sweater vest, just never jammed with my style, whatever. But when I moved out here, out to the country, and I now have to pay for my heating bill, which before it was included in my rent. Having a vest is actually super handy. I have a puffy vest. I just wear a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it and then the vest, and I am good to go. But I do want something that is more comfortable, more appropriate for in the house wear. I feel like I look kind of crazy walking around with my big puffy vest on all the time. I wanted to create one that was more neutral with maybe a little bit pop of some neon. I'll show you later. I don't know. I'm like kind of playing with color. I've been playing with color recently, as you can tell by my hair, and I'm feeling more inspired by color. Before, as you can see, I'm more into neutrals, but I don't know, I've been finding myself wanting to add little pops of color into everything, which I feel like knitting kind of inspires, especially watching knitting YouTubers, because they do create these wonderful, colorful pieces, especially people like Andrea Mowry. And she just looks so adorable in all of her videos, and so I'm like, I want to be her. I want to wear all these colorful clothes, but I just haven't, I don't know. We'll get into it. Okay, so it's the boyfriend slipover. That is what it's called. They are men's sizes, and it has like the length, and which honestly, I know the length matters for like the amount of yarn, but you can just knit whatever length you want. Like mine will be more cropped because that's what I like. Let's see, I've got 4 skeins, 4 hanks, or 3 hanks and a cake of this yarn. It's Santa Cruz Organic Merino by Juniper Moon Farm. It is so soft. It is not itchy at all. It is thick and it's rustic. It uses 4.5 to 5 millimeter needles. Oh, interesting. It's a number 4. I'm gonna go with it anyways. And yeah, this is 100% wool. So it'll make a great sweater vest because it is going to keep me all toasty warm. I really like the way that this looks. The stitch definition looks amazing. I don't believe I got gauge. I think I'm 2 stitches off, like I have 2 less stitches, so it'll be smaller. Oh, my cat is really intensively watching me do this. I thought maybe I'd get lucky. We just adopted 2 cats. I thought I might get lucky and get cats that didn't care about yarn, but they absolutely love to bite it and scratch at it and play with it. Well, I am going to unravel this, and let's get to casting on. And cast on with me, okay? Get something, come on, let's do it. As you saw, I was just getting my yarn together. You know, I started making the video and then realized that I actually did not have everything that I needed. I didn't have the pattern printed out, and so I just had to do some housekeeping stuff before I really started it. So here's the pattern. It says it's a 2 out of 5 for difficulty, so I feel like I should be able to do it. I love to print out my patterns, mostly because I can save them, also because I can mark on them, and I have cute pens and I don't want them to go to waste. I don't know if you can see it. Well, now you can, but I think I'm gonna add some of this in. It's actually smaller than I thought it was. It's a worsted weight. I thought it was closer to this, which I think is an Aran weight. Please do not quote me on that. I'm gonna add this, maybe hold it double so that it's kind of really exaggerated. All right, let's get to casting on. Start over again. See, real, we're being real here. And I think I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. Starting over again, that is totally fine. This is gonna make it sound bad, but this yarn kind of feels like rope, but in the best way. Like, it just feels strong, but it's very soft. So we're doing good for like a house. But that's why I think it'd be such a good vest, because it'll be going on over things. Because I want to wear this vest as like a utility kind of vest. And I think it's kind of cute maybe sometimes, but mostly just because it's going to be warm. So I have the long tail cast on. See, that's pretty good actually for an amount to have left after all that, after how many times I did it. I just want to count again, make sure. With this first stitch, I like to use both strands. You just have to remember that one stitch is 2 strands, which I have forgotten before, so. And then make sure that you aren't continuing to knit with that. But just the first one, I feel like it kind of solidifies that first stitch in there. Heck if I know, I don't know how to do this. I don't do a full continental, but I do this like weird half. Which I don't know if it actually works, because I feel like some of my knits kind of look wonky. I just can't do it with my left hand yet. That is a goal of mine though, is to do continental, because I just think it looks so much nicer and like easier to do, and I'm all about making it easier on my hands. Oh, if I didn't say this earlier, grab a cup of something, because we're chatting, obviously. You know, this video is kind of everywhere, but again, we're real over here. So this is a smoothie I have, so that's what I'm drinking on right now. It's kind of in the afternoon, as you can tell from the sun. I hope the sun isn't too blinding. We're just rolling with it. This is the part that's therapeutic to me, is the mundane stuff, and actually the more intensive like lace patterns. I've actually never done a lace pattern, but I feel like that stuff would stress me out. I'm doing my first, like, it's not lace, it's the honeycomb shawl. I'll talk about it in another video, but it's my first pattern that truly isn't just like plain stockinette. It has quote unquote cables kind of in it. I don't know. I might set this down actually, probably knit on it a little bit throughout the evening, but I'll make sure to set up the camera so that you guys can see what's going on. I might even do a little check-in, see how it's going. I'm really excited to continue on this adventure with you all, and soon. Address the elephant in the room, and that is that I have eyeliner on today. It's the next day, and I have actually gotten pretty far. Here I am right now. I just started to do increases on the front panel, and I accidentally did a purl stitch. You see I did a purl stitch right there. First minute of recording, and guys, I'm just raw and real. So This pattern has been so lovely to knit. I did make some changes, but that's only because I didn't read the pattern 100% correctly. Let me know if y'all do this ever. If you make changes without hesitation and then realize that the person who created the pattern actually had a plan all along. Imagine that. Love it. This has been, honestly, y'all, this has been so nice to knit on. All my other projects that I'm working on right now are tiny little baby needles, and I'm knitting a blanket right now using 3.5 millimeter needles, and the yarn is not big. Pretty rough right now. I'll check in when I have joined the body. How about that? How's that for a deal? Okay? And then you can have a lollipop. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So we have officially joined the body of the sweater vest. This is the front. It looks kind of small, but I have it on a smaller cable. I don't know what size it is actually. So that is the front and that's the back. There's the German short row and then some other shaping too. I think it looks so good, y'all. I am so excited, seriously. Yeah, I thought I'd check in and I'm gonna knit for a little while. I'm gonna watch my shows. As you can see, I'm not at home. I'm currently in San Diego for Thanksgiving, visiting my boyfriend's family. And I just wanted to pop in here and check in to you guys see how far I've gotten. Unfortunately, I thought I left this project at home, so I didn't get to work on it while on the airplane yesterday. But I'm working on it now. Yeah, enjoy some beautiful scenery. So if you see some dogs and some extra people who you haven't seen before, then that's why. I'm going to try on the sweat vest. This isn't working. Put my head in the right hole. Maybe that'll help. I did not. I've decided I'm going to use stoppers because duh. What do they say? What's that saying? 5th time's the charm? 1 millionth times the charm? what it feels like. Alright, got it all situated. Da-da-da. Now we can try it on for real, I think. I don't think I can fit it. I have the sweater vest. I bound off the ribbing and I will try it on now for you. The length is perfect. I've already tried it on. Sorry you don't get my earnest reaction, but I had to try it on immediately. I love it so much. Perfect length. See, these are the pants that I wear normally. Here's where my pants are, so perfect length, you know, a little overlap for warmth. It already feels so warm, I wanna wear it right now, but I do have to do the ribbing on the collar and sleeves. I will say that this cast on edge is a bit stretchy, so it's like it's flaring out a little bit, but I have not blocked it or anything yet, so I think once I do that, then everything will just kind of fall into place. But I don't want this to be tight anyways. Do you love? Let me know. I have finished the sweater vest, but I still have to block it. So let's go walking. we have finished the sweater vest. I am in love with this thing. It is currently still a little bit wet. It's been drying for about almost 48 hours, I would say, and it's a little bit damp, but I just got too excited and wanted to put it on and figured that the warmth of my body would help to dry it better, and maybe it'll mold to my shape, I don't know, whatever. After blocking, this sweater vest I think looks even better. This yarn I think bloomed a lot with the, well, I didn't really block it actually. It was more of a washing. I didn't block it, I more so washed it and laid it flat to dry, but after that the yarn was able to bloom. And then this other yarn that I used, it was a super wash. I held it double, it's a worsted weight, I held it double, and I think that was the perfect call for this. It matches more so the yarn holding it double, which I think worked out perfect. Should I give a review of the pattern? I don't know, it was great. I misread it, so I messed up a part. Other than that, it was fantastic. I highly recommend the pattern to anybody who wants to knit it. I will put the link to the pattern in the description box below. I believe she has a website and a Ravelry as well. So I hope this video has inspired you to knit your own sweater vest if you haven't before. It was very simple. I've knitted a couple sweaters, but this construction was similar to like a tank top, I would say. Kind of similar to a tank top. Like if you've ever knitted a My Favorite Things knitwear tank top, kind of similar. I don't know. I think I'm just making stuff up at this point. I highly recommend. Let me know if you all casted on a sweater vest with me, if this inspired you to do it as well. Show me some of your yarn combinations if you did. And anyways, here is the lovely vest. I'll insert some clips of it so that you can see up close how wonderful I did, but maybe don't look too close because there might be a couple mistakes. I'm still a beginner here. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and thanks for sticking around to the end of my first ever YouTube video. It was a lot of fun to make, and I got to edit it throughout, and I don't know, I just had a really wonderful time. So I hope that you guys will stick around, subscribe, I guess, or like, or did I already say that? I did just say that. Like and subscribe again, I guess. I don't know. I've heard it so many times. Like I said, I've been watching YouTube since I was a little kid, so I've heard it so many times. It feels weird to say out loud. But if you liked all of this stuff, make sure you stick around. All right, well, I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in to Feelin Froggy Knits. This has been Maya. Peace out.